Howdy folks, and welcome back to World of Tanks with the mighty Jingles, and we're kicking off my first World of Tanks video of 2018 with this little replay submitted in the AMX 105 by It's Just Cormac. Jingles, said all of the French viewers, why do you insist on playing that horribly dated French music every time you feature a French vehicle? Don't you know we don't listen to music like that anymore? Yes, I know that. But it winds you all up, and annoying the French is what the English are for. So, that's a good enough reason for me. Anyway, on with the battle. It's just Cormac in the AMX 13105 Tier 10 battle. Obviously, it's a Tier 10 light tank on Ensk, and it's in encounter mode. He uses the handbrake a lot, does our It's Just Cormac. Getting ready to punish the sides of anybody he catches, moving across towards the capture point. But there's not an awful lot of traffic up there. There's an awful lot of traffic. Oh, hang on a second, there we go, one shot on an IS-4. But that is it. Where's the enemy team? Well, taking a look at the map, they're all fighting over there on the eastern end of the railway yards. Or at least the overwhelming majority of them are. In fact, the overwhelming majority of both teams are. So if there's nobody crossing the line up there, there's not an awful lot of point in Cormac sitting down at this end of the tracks waiting to get some opportunity to fire into them. So he moves up to the enemy side of the map, paying careful attention that he doesn't get spotted by that IS-4 as he does so, who at the moment appears to be the only member of the enemy team who's bothered crossing the railway tracks. And again, handbrake turn, reverses up, ready to make a speedy getaway. He's got a shot at the Scorpion G. Actually, he's probably going to get two shots at the Scorpion G. Yes, he does. And then motors on out before the Scorpion can get his revenge. 3-round autoloader on this machine. Reload isn't too bad. Oh, there's the IS-4. The IS-4 is not, however, the only enemy tank to have crossed the line and come over to the western end of the map. He brought a little friend with him, the Tier 8 T-92 American Premium Light Tank, who just took a big hit as he attempted to escape, thought, aha, now, oh shit, who put that AMX 105 there? And then with less than 300 health remaining, thinks it's a good idea to try to side scrape against a tank with an auto-loading 105mm gun. Didn't work out too well for him. There's Cormac's first kill. At the minute, things are going quite well for Cormac's team. They're winning 6 kills to 4. They've got the enemy all contained into a relatively small section of the map, which means that if he's careful, if he chooses his positions and his targets well, he can do a lot of damage with this 3-shot 105mm autoloader. Lots of flanking opportunities up here. Get some flanking shots in on the artillery and the tank destroyers that are sure to be camping the back of the map, like the S1 up there. Pulls off the old handbrake turn, reverses around again so he can make a speedy escape if he needs to. Doesn't have the shot at the S1, but puts one into the T28 prototype. Second shot, kills the artillery, looking to put the final shot into the T28 prototype, but it hits the side armour, only gets a partial overmatch and ricochets. Avoids the shot from the T28 prototype and the Scorpion G, who's come looking for revenge, but he's reloading the baguette launcher, and it's going to be some time before he's ready to continue fighting. In the meantime, he just has to avoid getting shot at. A shot there from the T28 prototype that actually hit the building behind the Scorpion G and went nowhere near Cormac. Avoided the shot from the Scorpion G, puts one into him, two into him, dodges another shot from the T28 prototype, takes his time with the third shot, scores some damage, and now he has to DD-mow once again while reloading the baguette launcher. Unfortunately, his team have lost a couple of tanks, and despite Cormac's efforts, the scores are now even at 9-9. In fact, just as I say that, the enemy team pulled another kill back and the scores are now 9-10. And oh bloody hell, they've lost another one. Will you guys stop dying? There's now 4 of them against 6 enemies. And the good news, though, is that the baguettes are once again ready to be launched, and he's got the side of the T28 prototype to shoot at. Bit unlucky there, in fact very unlucky with a low damage roll, which meant he had to waste 2 of his precious limited supply of ammunition in order to finish off that Tier 8 tank destroyer. In common with most other French autoloaders, you do not get a lot of ammunition on this machine. Only 10 reloads during the course of a game, and if you start mixing and matching in the middle of a reload, you can end up with, well, only having 1 shot left to load of a particular ammo type, particularly if, like Cormac here, you have multiple different types of ammo. Oh, that one, yeah, he's gone. There's just Cormac and the T110E5 down there, and the T110E5 just got bitch slapped by the Jaegeru, so he's probably not going to last much longer, which means that before too long, unless that T110E5 can kill something, it's going to be 1 versus 4. And Cormac is in a light tank on a city map, and they have a Jaegeru. Yep, he's the last one left alive. Okay, let's not panic, let's consider our options. You were last spotted more or less over here, but heading in the other direction. So that's where they last saw you. At the moment nobody's capping, but if they have any sense they're going to start capping, if not to win, there we go, there's one of them in the cap circle, but to force your hand, to limit Cormac's options. Now it's encounter, so with only one tank capping it's going to take a while, so he has time to relocate and come at them from a different direction, which is exactly what you want to be doing. It's exploiting the strengths of this machine. However, there's now 2 of them in the cap circle. Well, that's not too bad, he still has a minute and a half to reset the cap, but if you approach the cap from the south, you have limited fields of view into that cap circle, which limits the chances of actually spotting any of the machines in the cap. If you've only got the chance to take 1 shot and you absolutely definitely have to hit something in the cap circle, it's better to approach from the north, providing they don't see you coming, of course. Oh shit. Well, the good news, he can definitely kill the lurver. It's going to take him 2 shots. The bad news, they've seen him coming. On the bright side, he does now at least know where all 3 of the enemy tanks are. They're all capping. Unfortunately, they're all capping, so now he has less than 20 seconds to hit something after reloading the gun, penetrate them, damage them, and reset the cap. Once again, he makes them think he's heading the other way, pulls the handbrake turn, approaches from the north, which is going to give him the best possible chance of spotting something. Did anybody fall for his manoeuvre? And with 0 seconds left on the capture clock, he manages to hit and reset the S1. Despite scoring 2 consecutive low damage rolls, 3 shots are enough to kill him. And this is where we have ourselves a little bit of a plot twist. Yes, he did manage to hit and kill the S1, which reset the cap counter, but it didn't reset it by much. The S1 must have been the last enemy tank to make it into the cap circle. The enemy team are still capping with 2 tanks in the cap circle, and 19 seconds from now they're going to win unless Cormac can shoot one of them. But it takes longer than 19 seconds to load the gun on the AMX 105. So all the enemy team have to do now is nothing, and they're going to win. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. There is now only 1 enemy tank capping. Somebody just left the cap circle. Who do you think it might be? Who wants the kill really, really badly enough that they're prepared to risk throwing the game away? Well, one member of the enemy team has 5 kills and is potentially looking for a top gun. Could it be the Jaegeru, by any chance? Well, I guess we're soon going to find out. Yep, it was the Jaegeru. He wanted that top gun very badly. The T-54 lightweight is still capping, but he's not going to be capping for long because Cormac's been spotted. Out he comes. He does manage to score a hit. Cormac, very, very careful not to collide with him. Manages to avoid the ram, finishes off the T-54 lightweight. And he's out of line of fire of the Jaegeru, so he's got all the time in the world to reload. There is no way a Jaegeru is ever going to catch an AMX 105. He has 3 rounds of heat left and 7 of APCR. Naturally, he's hunting a Jaegeru. He's going to load the heat. Even with the heat, he's probably going to have to get a side shot on this guy in order to guarantee damage. And the Jaegeru has done the smart thing and he's gone back into the cap circle, which is forcing Cormac to come after him. So it's all a question of which way the Jaegeru's facing, and oh, wrong choice. It looked like, well, he was doing the right thing. He was trying to get his backup into that position against the wall to give his gun at least a 50% chance of facing the right way, but Cormac managed to get round there in time before he could get into position, put some shots into him and get out of there before he could turn that lumbering behemoth of the machine around. He's doing the old handbrake turn, double back, now you see me, now you don't thing again. Oh, did the Jaegeru see him? Remember, Sixth Sense doesn't go off instantly, so yes, he does not reverse back around to give the Jaegeru a shot into the side of his very, very thinly armoured light tank. Instead, he pulls the same old trick again. Which way is the Jaegeru going to be looking? Oh, this is very tense. Oh, he didn't fall for it, but he missed. So, remind me, what's the reload on the Jaegeru's 150mm gun again? Oh, actually, no, it's a 170mm gun, isn't it? Not that it matters, because he's not going to get to fire again. Parks up on his side. 3 rounds of APCR right through the casement. Final shot should be enough to do it. And bang. 1 versus 4. Last second cap reset. Radley Walters for It's Just Cormac in the AMX-13 105 Tier 10 French light tank. Not a bad result, I'm sure you'll agree. Ace tanker, obviously, to go with the Radley Walters high caliber and top gun, and despite the limited ammunition load in this machine, as you can see, it's still entirely possible to do ridiculous amounts of damage, providing you make your shots count. And of course, the enemy is stupid enough to throw away a guaranteed win in order to chase shiny Top Gun medals. It's Just Cormac in the AMX-13 105, giving us a rousing start to World of Tanks in 2018, with me, your host, the Mighty Jingles. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.